Hello, today I have another tutorial on SERP.net. So I'm going to share my secret as to how I find PBNs. So let me give you a little education if you don't know what PBNs means. It's basically the secret sauce that most SEOs out there use in order to get backlinks for your the client's website. So, what is a PBN? A PBN is basically an expired domain that somebody else spent time doing SEO on, and therefore there are already backlinks going to that domain. However, either the business goes out of business, or the website is simply dropped, so it's not renewed. The domains have to be renewed every year or every 2 years, depending how often you pay it. But if you don't renew your domain, that domain becomes a free agent, and then people like me will grab it, will buy that domain, usually at the same price you bought it for. So if you spend $10 on Namecheap or GoDaddy, that's how much we spend on it, and then we build a new site on it, but all those backlinks are still there. And so we automatically get a new website with authority already built in. And then what we do is that we create an article related to my client's business. And then we use that to send a backlink, a signal, a vote of confidence from this expired domain to our clients on my own websites. And then there you go. It tells Google, gives a story of, oh, this website, it is trusted by these other websites. Okay. So there's a few, I'm not going to go into what happened many years ago. There was a huge fiasco because it was done, this technique was abused and it was used wrong. Okay, there were people were leaving a lot of traces of what they were doing. So Google will find one domain and boom, they will deactivate all the other domains they had on the same server. So one of the things you want to do is that as you buy these domains, you host them on a different, don't use the same credentials, don't use the same email, don't use the same, don't put them on your Google Webmaster account or whatever it's called today. Don't do any of that. You need to keep each of these websites separate as much as possible. Don't host them in the same host, or at least a different IP address. There are hosts out there. I'm going to put some that I personally use in the comments down below so you can have different options. There's one that I use. Used to be called oh my gosh, what was the name of it? I'll make another video and I'll link it down below about this, and I'll give you a little. I'm gonna give you a video of how I do use that website, that host company for hosting PBNs, and how I do it so that it doesn't leave a trace and it doesn't tie all the websites in. Okay. All right. So look up for that video next in my channel. All right. So here, let me move this. Can I move this? Yes, I can, right? All right. There we go. Okay, darling. So here we go. So let me go back. So I am on serve.net. As you guys know, it's one of my favorite tools for SEO. I run most of my business here. So we're going to come to tools, and this went back down here. God dang it. Okay, so here it says expired scraper. All right. So what we do is that what I do is that I pick, let's say, a large website in the niche that I'm going to work with. So let's say it's for a catering business, so I would look at directories of catering companies. I would look at, so like Wedding Wire. I would look at, other website, like directories of catering companies. So and I would use those domains, those directories. I would put it here, and then I would put general and then search for domains on that. And what it does is that it will let me know if there's any domains with broken links towards that website. So for example, let's say this is a very general, obviously, but betterbusinessbureau.org. So law info, this is for a legal industry. GuideStar is nonprofit. So, probono.net, nonprofit. Hot Frog is just in general, Spooky.com, general, HubSpot, marketing, AmericanBar.org, so you go, you put in legal match, again, attorneys, lawyers, legal field. So you want to do that, right? And I run like big websites. I would say like every 3 months or so, I'll run a search, because you never know that new websites are expired, but the um, Better Business Bureau, for example, may not know that these links are no longer valid, right? So I'm gonna come here, and that's another thing you can do. If you have a similar business, you can let them know, hey, my business is, but I mean, with Better Business Bureau, it's a totally different animal, but you know what I mean. All right, so what I do here, you see, so we have all these websites that have expired. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do, okay, here we go, Trust Flow. This is a majestic thing. And now I use Trust Flow and domain authority as a grain of salt, and I only use it when I kind of to have an idea if these sites have backlinks going into them. I don't use it as a idea, oh, I'm doing SEO well on this site is doing good. No. To me, the way to measure your own sites or your client sites is the ranking. Period. That's it. A website does not need to be a domain authority of 70 to be a good website. That doesn't mean you're doing a good job. As long as you're getting more traffic, as long as you're getting more keywords on the first pages of Google, first page of Google, that's a good job. These metrics are only used to find websites that I want to invest on, websites that have stuff already on them, like on the back end, stuff I can see, but stuff that Google should know about. So here we go. Now, and this is what you're going to find often. Is that you're going to find one that has a domain authority of 13, but trust flow is 0. So this one I have to see. So there's some, also you have to, I have to look at the um, topic of the site. So what we'll do is that, okay, so you click on info and it tells you, mm, link URL, anchor, connection time now, last check May 20th. Okay. So this one is supposed to be available. So then what we'll do, that's the graph. So it shows you the citation flow and trust flow. Of course, we know there's nothing in Majestic, but that gives you an idea. We can go here, we go Site Explorer, and we can look at the links. Now, if this site was built up or did SEO to it and they had PBNs done to it, you're not gonna PBNs are usually hide. You don't want other competitors to know that you're using this tactic. So, it may be the reason why Majestic may be blocked and then Moz is picking up backlinks. That happens a lot. So some people will not want the links to show on a aggregator, and all these Majestic and all these things, they're all aggregators, they all do analyze things, so they many times they don't want people to see the to see that. Okay, so this one most likely, I'm not sure that I'm gonna get. Now there's a reason why. So you see, this is Russian, this is obviously porn related, another language. Okay. It seems like this website was purchased already by somebody else, and that may be the reason why it was probably dropped uh, from Majestic or something like that, or I wouldn't buy this website. Okay, there's a reason for it, because it seems like it was already a PBN, because it already has all these different things that don't even matter. So I mean, this is normal. That's no big deal. Spam analysis. Yeah, you see, there's a lot of spam stuff. Logging, like web links that they got on their website. So I wouldn't do that website. And then let's take a look at this one. But now, something I want you to keep in mind is that SERP.net, what I'm doing right now comes with your membership. You're not paying extra to do to do this, which to me is amazing. I really like the fact that you can do all this research without having to go back and forth through different systems. You can just do it here. Okay, let's take a look. Hmm. Okay, this one looks pretty legit. Yeah, this one looks pretty legit. Now, what we would need to do with this one, let's see. Okay, you can look at a spam. I don't think there was any on this one. Okay, I doubt that there was any spam on that one. But let's me look at something else. One more thing. Hmm. Mhm. Okay. Okay, so we have two links, external links. I mean, it's not bad for $10 or whatever it costs to get this website. It probably up and running. That should be fine. And again, this is not to get like a premium PBN. There's some out there that would have like 20, 30, 100 good backlinks. This is not what we're talking about. These are just like supporting PBNs that don't necessarily have all the wow metrics, but I'm just giving you an option how you can start building your own PBN. So we have this. Oh, this is what I was looking for. Okay. On domain history, you can look at the Wayback versions as well, which I love this function. Again, you don't have to log out, go into Wayback Machine to look at a site. Where did I go? Okay. Was that the one I was working on? No. Sorry about that, guys. It was this one. That one? Yeah, it's this one. All right, let me go back to that. Okay, so here, let's look into history. All right, so I'm going to go back a little bit more. Let me go back a year and see what shows up. I'm just trying to find out like what was on the site before. I could have done that with the other one and I would have noticed right away that it was already used for something. Okay, so here we go. Um, some kind of, I don't know exactly what the thing. So maybe it's like a business consulting, training. They have some big clients. Okay. That's in providing professional link coaching, training, and okay. So this is a great PBN. This could be a great PBN for a business that they do coaching, consulting, that sort of thing. That's that would be it's, again 13DA one trust flow. We didn't get a lot of hits with good trust flow. I usually love more trust flow like this one. You know, 11 trust flow DA. Usually I like DA 10. To me, a good PBN would be 10, more than 10 DA and above 10 on trust flow. So, but that's just to give an idea of how I analyze those. But none of these really meet my criteria of what I'm looking for. So let's look at this one. Sorry, my dog is in the crate. Okay, so there we go. So here we have a little bit more options. So here DA is, again, it's not a 10, but but it's closer to a 10, and this is higher, so this is 16. Now usually when you purchase these websites, you would see that you're gonna see some of those links drop anyway. So just to keep that in mind. But I just absolutely love that I get a bunch of sites in the same software that I can take a look. And then here I can actually go in and look at the Moz stats, the Majestic stats, all in one, and without having to pay those memberships. So let's look at the main history. Okay, so we don't have any way back versions, but I know that this site was registered with lawinfo.com, so it's probably in the legal industry. But we can also look at the backlinks. Society law, look at this. This is beautiful. So we have a site that, yes, it may not have the DA of 10, but look at all this. This is perfect for us. A few, I have a few clients and myself, I have a website on the legal industry, and this is a beautiful, beautiful option for me. Now there's some Spanish. I have some sites on Spanish, so that's even better. Um, and then I have, so definitely I am purchasing this domain. And okay, that's a beautiful thing. This I don't remember. I think I purchased some of these already. So I have to see. I might have purchased that one already. But anyway, but yeah, so that's what we are going to do. All right. So yeah. So another option. So you can also do this way, and you have that, and then you have to kind of analyze it because there's no trust flow. So you want to see, and again, some links are going to index in one aggregator. Some links are not going to index or show in another aggregator. So you have to keep in mind that that's going to happen. So, but so you definitely want to look at things like that. You can also is the most rank, so you can also look at that one. So you see, again, no trust flow, but you get the drift. But you have sites that have DA, and then what you do, you see like this site, but this, always be wary when you see a site with 4,000 backlinks. No, honey, look at this, no trust flow. That means these are crappy sites, and if you don't believe me, let's take a look. Those are probably directory sites, sites with absolutely no value. These are in the 19, the beginning of the century tactics. Yeah, look at all this, and no industry, and it's all 000. So you have local directory, yellow pages. What did I tell you? Directory, planet pages, yellow pages. Do I need to say more? We're done. Anyway, that's it. No, industry. There's no value to none of this. These are like filler backlinks. Don't mean shit. Don't mean anything. Don't waste time on those. So that's what I'm saying. You get this. That's bullshit. They probably hired someone, you know, abroad, or someone that didn't really understand SEO as it is now, or maybe they worked on that years ago before when that was acceptable. It's not acceptable now. So whenever I see a site like that, I already know that most of the backlinks are going to be crap. All right. So that's it. So I am going to. I don't need to train you, I guess, on how to find these. I use Namecheap. No, yeah, Namecheap to buy all the domains. I usually buy them on the same account. I don't use different accounts to buy the domains. Um, I do hide, the information, my registration information, so that it's not public. But the hosting is the next piece of this puzzle. So the first thing, you find domains, right? Good. This is a great option, serve.net. I am also going to make a video on another software, but the other software that I use, you do pay per domain. So but I'm giving you different options on how you can find PBNs. Option one, and I'm going to do a video of option two, and then I'm going to show you, Namecheap, how I buy them on Namecheap, and then I'm going to show you how I host them, how I create websites on them, and hopefully this can help you if you're interested in creating your own sites. If you're not interested in doing any of that, I am an SEO. I do client SEO. My link will be down below my website. You can submit to get a quote, and I'll be happy to do an audit of your website for free. And then, we'll have a video call where I show you the results, and you can take it and do whatever you want to do with it. Or if you like to hire us, we'll be here for you. Okay, that's it. I hope this helps to give you an idea, at least of what SEOs do and how we do it. And maybe you want to do this for your own sites. I don't know. The information is yours. All right. Have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.